Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hump Day Wednesday.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
So, what is the topic for tonight? It is sex. We are
Yes.
going to talk about sex. So, should be a good time.
I think so.
I think so. So we just want to welcome everybody to our channel tonight. Let me pull up the comments here real quick. Sorry. We got Destroyer in here. Hi. And for everybody who watches later, we are so thankful that you come in and watch later. So if you ever want to join us live, feel free. We would love to see your comments pop up here and call you out when you're making comments. That would be awesome to have you join us. So we also wanted to thank Mr. Jeffrey Pimpin Davis for coming and joining us last time on Sunday for our humor show. That was really fun. So thank you so much for coming and adding your jokes and humor and your personality to our show. We appreciate it. And we also wanted to thank Mr. Destroyer for all of his help with our channel,
Yes.
helping us get it all set up, helping us add different sound effects and the intro, the outro, everything. We just wanted to really say thank you. We appreciate it so much.
Thanks, Bert.
Thank you so much.
Love
I don't
you,
want to
bro.
get verklempt. But anyways, we have our email here. If you ever want to email me personally and share anything or ask any questions or anything, please feel free to do that. We have Mrs. 91 Mustang. Hello, sweetie. So happy you're here. This should be a good
to see
show. Yes. What does he say on there? Face blue smiling. Yes. So, and you can like, subscribe, and comment to the channel. Do you have that one up there, honey?
Yep.
Somewhere? Nope.
Wrong one.
There we go.
Go.
That's okay, honey. We're still learning a little bit, so it's a bit of a poop show right now, but we're getting there. We are getting there. We're learning. It's only episode 8, so be patient. So anyways, so last week we talked about humor and positivity. So we just want to do a little recap. So you want to manifest positives in your life and really see what things you want in your life and create those things, make those things happen for yourself. We've done that a lot in our life, and
For sure.
it's worked out pretty well. So yeah, so manifesting positives, surround yourself with positive people.
What's up, Tim?
Hey Tim, how are you doing? So glad you're here. Who else we got here? Mrs. 91, where's your husband? He was hilarious last night. Oh my gosh. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I think my cheeks still hurt from that.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Anyways, the other thing that goes along with positivity is, yes, the birds and the bees talk. Yes, that's exactly what this is tonight. Exactly. So the other part of positivity goes along with ministering to other couples. So there's things that you've experienced in your life that could help other couples.
Yes.
In their marriage. And we've realized that like throughout our time together, our marriage is not perfect by any means. You know, we still have arguments. Had quite a good one last week.
Yeah.
Pretty good one. Yeah, I slept in the guest room, but we have times where it's really smooth sailing. We have times where it's kind of up and down. We have struggles too, just like every other couple. And so it's nice to have other couples that we can go to.
Yes.
And just kind of talk to and bounce ideas off of and see, okay, was I being too harsh? Was he being too harsh? What was the issue here?
Right.
So that's nice to be able to minister to other couples, to be able to talk to other people. So, and then always look for silver linings. That's important. What's he saying here?
Somewhere. I don't know. No, somewhere. Oh, really? I should have come in on that.
Yes, you should come in on that sometimes. Your husband is hilarious. You probably know that already.
You would love it.
Just about to ask where Mark was. Yes. Yeah, I'd love to see you because, the funny thing is we have ladies in that show sometimes. And so it's fun not being the only female.
Yeah, she does her best to try to, add something for the ladies here and there.
I try to. I added a pretty good one
Yep.
last night. I don't know. Maybe it was just for me. I don't know. I liked it.
Made me blush.
So that leads us to humor, like recapping about humor. Humor can really help with through stressful times. It can bring a lightness to life. Kids can add humor to your life. We've had a lot of humorous anecdotes, with the kids. Oh my gosh, a lot of funny stories. Yes, and there's times where, like we were saying last Sunday, we can't go to bed at the same time because we lay in bed laughing all the time. So, and then Dan has to kick me out and,
go to sleep.
Yeah. Honey, I got to go to bed right now.
Honey, I got to be up at 6. So let's...
Sorry. So your homework was to try and think of funny things that have happened in your life and just share those with each other and relive those laughs with each other.
Yes.
It's always fun to just laugh with each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
Yes.
You need to stop looking at me because I get lost in your eyes. It's funny. But anyways, sorry. And then only thinking positives this week. Anytime that a negative thought creeps up, try and think of it in a positive. And speaking of homework, I really think that you're going to like the homework for today's show. I don't know. I really think you're going to like the homework, though. So anyways, let's see, I'll have Mark remind me next week, and I'll be there with you. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. That would be good. Actually, we're not having a show next week.
Oh, that's right. We're not. Eric's
going to be on the mend.
So
he'll be on the mend. So
yes. We won't be having a show for a couple weeks probably, but when we come back, we're going to be
and I will have something for you.
Loaded for bear.
I will remember. Tim, you get up at 3? Wow.
I mean, our show will still be going on, but Eric's probably won't for a couple weeks.
Tim told you to stop with the dreams, the dreamy stuff, the dreamy eyes. Yes, I get lost. So sorry. I don't know if I have ADHD or what. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, today's topic is sex. So before we really jump into it, I know a lot of people here. There's 91. There he is. He popped in. Awesome. 91, you're going to like the homework this week.
Hey, there he is.
You're going to like it. So I know a lot of you already know that my mind is usually in the gutter. Got a real potty mouth. So I'm going to try and keep it fairly clean as I can. And have Dan zap me if I use a swear word or something. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try really hard not to. But I also wanted to mention too at the very beginning of this, there's some couples that because of maybe a medical issue or psychological issues, they might be dealing with certain things where they might not be able to have sex as a part of their marriage anymore. So we totally understand that. There's certain obstacles that we encounter as we get older.
Yeah.
That prevent us from having
testosterone.
Yeah.
I mean,
loss of estrogen.
Loss of estrogen. Just there's a lot of things that play into, the ability to have sex. Really.
Yeah.
And then there's also people getting critically injured or something.
Right.
Things happen, and I like to think that if something like were to happen and I wouldn't be able to do anything, I don't think it would change our relationship much because we're intimate. We try to be with each other as much as possible because we love each other.
Yeah.
And that right there is more important than anything.
Right.
I mean, the sex is the cherry on the cake. You know, you got to have a little cherry
Yes.
on the cake. Just saying.
Or a lot of cherries. A lot of cherries is good. Just saying. But if that's not something that Tim, you know me too well, I think. I'm just saying, I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm trying on this channel to keep it kind of clean. Eric lets me go loose a little bit, a little wild on his channel, which is awesome. Because other than that, then Dan's the only one who gets to hear about it. So
That
nice
is true. Happens all the time.
Yes, yes. Oh, I love you too, Tim. So we understand that you know, for some couples, sex is not a part of their relationship anymore, and it's totally understandable.
That's okay.
If it's something that has to do with like loss of testosterone or loss of estrogen, talk to your doctor and see if there's something your doctor can prescribe for you. You know, little blue pills or something. You know, something that can help you get back there. You know, if that's something that you desire.
And there's a lot of people too that don't realize that it's a psychological thing, and that's another thing that can happen is, you know, psychologically the person isn't able to have sex. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Yep.
Things happen where people get hurt or whatever. Something happened in their life that was traumatic, and it messes up their head. It's just what it is, and you either accept it and try to be as intimate as possible without having sex, or you move on.
Yeah.
You know.
But if that's something that you want back in your life, or you want to increase that in your life, there's some things that we'll kind of talk about here tonight about, you know, bringing that back into your life and making that a little easier. So,
yes.
I know Dan's mentioned the word intimacy a couple of times, and intimacy really is completely different than sex.
Yes.
So you can have an intimate relationship with your best friend. You can have an intimate relationship with your parents or with your children. You can have intimate relationships with a lot of different people, but that doesn't mean you're having sex with them. An intimate relationship really is where your soul is connecting with another person's soul. So the souls are connecting. And you want that intimate relationship with your spouse too, where I can look across a room and I can tell what he's thinking. Stop looking at me. So you can.
I was just going, I hope not.
I know what you're thinking.
I know that's not.
I know what he's thinking. So
in general, yeah, probably.
But you can tell what another person is thinking just by looking at them. And, you know, seeing, you know, seeing pain behind their eyes, or seeing their thoughts coming through. You can feel those thoughts. There's a story that we tell sometimes, you know, about the bond that we have. You can have an intimate relationship with your car. Yes. Yeah. That's okay.
It is. It is. People don't understand how powerful an intimate relationship with a car can be.
Yes.
I do.
Yes. And being married to a car guy, I totally get that. I totally get it.
More than anything, it's especially a car guy, the guy that's going to buy the car that is a pile of junk and make it either really fast or really cool, or really fast and really cool, depending on how much money you're spending, obviously.
It's something that you're putting
that you're going in, you're measuring things, you're doing everything yourself. You know every part of that car.
Yes.
Similar to your wife.
Yes.
Yes.
Like warm cherry pie. Wait, what?
There you go.
Watch it, Mark. I know Stephanie has an iron skillet now. Tim, I just have to ask, what is it with you and the iron skillets? Do you have an intimate relationship with that iron skillet, or I'm just wondering? You bring it up quite often. I left mine in the house, by the way. I don't have it out here tonight. But we tell a story there. Dan was working in Phoenix quite a few years ago, and he was working at a cell site. So
Yeah,
he had
I do telecommunications.
yeah, he had to go and you tell that part because I don't remember what you were doing.
Was that when I was in?
You were doing the thing overnight where you had to
So that was when I was
program it
in
or whatever.
Las Vegas and fabulous.
No, you were in Phoenix. Remember? I'm talking about the shooting part.
Oh,
Yes, that one.
yes, okay.
Integration is what you're doing.
Yes, so I was integrating sites. I'm a telecommunications guy. When you integrate a site, basically what you're doing is we build the site, and then you have to turn it on and make sure everything works and turn it up. And that's the integration part is the part where you turn it up, turn everything on, make sure that the traffic's going through the correct way, and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm sitting outside of the cell site, and I'm sitting in the car. I think I was like listening to music on my phone or something because I was on hold waiting for them to come back and tell me to go back in the site, turn the switch off, do this, do that. And
so he's in Phoenix overnight. We had dinner, put the kids to bed. He left the house. He's in Phoenix. So I go to sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night and I feel like I'm having a panic attack. I just sat straight up in bed. My heart's pounding. I felt scared. And so I'm walking around the house. I'm checking on the kids. I'm making sure that the doors are all locked. I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I texted Dan and I said, "Are you okay?" And he texted me back a couple minutes later and he said, "I'll call you in a couple minutes." And I'm like, okay. So I just went back in the room and I started praying because I didn't know what was going on, but I could feel that something was off. I could feel something happened that was really scary. So Dan calls me back a few minutes later.
yeah, so I was sitting in my car waiting basically to hear back from the network operations center, and there was a gunshot. I'm in a compound that's inside of a school that's all kind of fenced in and stuff, but it's all iron fence. So bullets will go right through there. So I hear a gunshot and it's so loud. I jump. I didn't open the door. I jumped out of the car and ran into the building. And closed the door, and immediately I had a police scanner on my phone. I jump on the police scanner to see what's going on, and then I figure out what's going on. Well, somebody got pulled over right down the road from me, and when the cop walked up to the window, the guy shot him. So the cop returned fire, and they're shooting at each other out in the street, maybe 2 blocks from where I'm at.
Yeah. So Dan calls me back after.
I was doing everything I could to keep what was in my body, if you know what I'm saying. I was freaking out. Sorry.
No, you're good. So Dan calls me. He calls me like 5 or 10 minutes later, and he says, very first thing he said was, "How did you know to text me?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And so he tells me the story, and I said, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And he said, "I'm fine, but I was my heart was racing. I was so scared." And I said, "I totally felt, I woke up panicked. I woke up that way." So it was like, oh, I guess we do have that intimate bond. I'm actually feeling what you're feeling, and you're 50 miles away. It was a crazy, crazy night. It was weird.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. So intimate relationships, your soul connecting with another person's soul. It's, what else would I want to say? Oh yeah. Sorry, my notes are on the computer. I'm trying to go back and forth. So intimacy, you're really trying to be vulnerable with somebody else. It's when you think about having. When you're thinking about your relationship with your spouse, you started building that intimate bond with them when you were dating, hopefully, and you started becoming vulnerable. You started talking about stories from your past. You started talking about, all these things that you've probably never talked to another person about. And met the Iron Skull a few times with the first wife. I bet, Tim. Yes. Holy smokes was right. That was a scary night. Connection on a vibrational level.
It's connection on a molecular level, honestly. It's in quantum physics, they call it spooky action at a distance. And basically two protons, two atoms that will have the same spin. And that spin, no matter what you do to one, the other one will do exactly the same.
That sounds like us a lot.
And what it is you're actually you're literally connected to the other person. There's times when I finish your sentence, when you finish my sentence. That's how connected we are.
It's crazy. It's crazy how alike we think. It really is. When you're intimate with that person, you can be vulnerable with that person. I trust that if I say something to Dan, I know the response he's going to have to what I say. So good or bad, I know the response he's going to have. So I trust him with my feelings. I trust that he's going to hold those feelings in his hand. He's going to hold on to my heart and not crush it.
And be careful.
Yeah. And he can trust the same with me, I hope. Where's that damn iron skeleton? I'm getting it now.
Fly swatter.
Oh, there we go. Fly swatter. The other part of intimacy is fully accepting the other person. You can fully accept
who they are,
who that person is. You fully accept them for who they are.
And usually you know more about that person than most of the people.
You might even know more about that person than they know about themselves.
Sometimes.
There's times where Dan has said something to me and he'll say something, about something I'm doing or something that I had said or whatever. And it's like, gosh, I didn't even realize that, I didn't realize that I was thinking that. And, or I've done the same with you, and I'm sure you guys have done that same thing with your spouses too. This is 91. I see you. Yes. So the next part that we're going to talk about is sparks. So remember when you first started dating each other? We talked a little bit earlier on about what initially attracted you to your partner. Try to remember those sparks that you felt. Those sparks that just made you want that person really bad.
We always call it heart giggles.
Yes.
But it's when you get that little
flutter,
the
in your butterflies heart. And everything.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we talk about that, like heart giggles, and that's a little term that we like to throw around. But like, what was it that really sparked that feeling with your spouse? I know with Dan and I, we actually feel like an electricity between us. We've felt it. It's not every single day that we feel electricity. I'm not going to lie.
Well, sometimes the electricity is shocking.
And it's not an everyday thing where, oh God, I really want you today. Most of the
time it's fine.
Yeah. So it's not an overwhelming like shock, like a thunderbolt or lightning bolt or anything. Not thunderbolt, lightning bolt. But
no, it's just like a 110 outlet. Bing!
Yes.
Yeah. Or like touching the spark plug on a car. Ding! Okay.
I was grinding the rest of the 70 Coot. I remember it fondly.
Nice.
Flutterbees. I like that. Yes. Love that. It's awesome. I like that. So that spark, that's what started it all. That's what drew you to the person, that electricity, that overwhelming feeling that, I got to get on that, it's remember those sparks, because that's what started it. That, that sexual feeling between you, that sexual chemistry.
Yeah.
So those sparks can reignite the passion that you have. So if you think of your sex life kind of as a campfire, you have sparks that ignite into a flame, and that flame is the passion that's in your marriage. So depending on the sparks, you can have those sparks decrease or increase throughout your marriage. So your sex life is going to have its ups and downs throughout your time together. That's normal. So don't panic if you're kind of in a little bit of a rut, or if it's kind of at a lower end at this point, because there's certain things that you have to go through in life, like when you're raising your kids up, and the kids need you a lot when they're little, and then they get into school, and then they've got a lot of school stuff going on, and they've got sports and friends and play dates and all this other stuff, and you get exhausted, and that's totally understandable. Is that supposed to be blue balls? Mm-hmm. Sorry, I said it.
You got a hot dog box.
Yes. So those stresses they're gonna they're gonna make your sex life kind of taper off a little bit, which is fine. It'll come back if you want it. If you have to discover those sparks again and reignite that flame, which is your passion.
Yep. So
you don't want to have your little fire go out completely. You don't want that to go all out. You're not sorry. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I like saying balls. Sorry. I like it. So in marital love, you want to have your marital love and your passion can't be static. It's always moving. So it's either moving forward or it's moving backward, but you don't want it to be static.
Yep.
So keep moving it forward. And you don't want your marriage to fall into a rut. You don't want your sex life to fall into a rut. So I kind of think of it like you're driving a really, really nice car. Maybe your Mustang that you've been working on for a long time, or your Cuda, or whatever, your Challenger, whatever you have, that you've put a lot of time and effort into this car and making it really pretty and making it go really fast, and you've taken a lot of time with this car, and you drive into a ditch. It just kind of happens. It goes into a ditch. Happened to me.
It did.
Yes.
I was there.
Yes, I know. And you talked me out of the ditch really well. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Did my best.
So would you just get out of the car and walk away from it and leave it in the ditch forever and ever?
Here's the advantage to being with a car guy.
What's that?
When we spun the car out, did I freak out?
Internally, yes.
Did I on the outside? No. I remained calm.
I closed my eyes and didn't open them until we were actually in the ditch.
I'm not going to say I wasn't concerned. I was concerned.
I had never driven in a ditch before.
In a 360, and I mean, it's not my first rodeo. Done this before. I knew we'd be all right as long as we didn't slide into the ditch and then tip the car over.
Well, you said we were that close to tipping the car over.
We came close. We came real close.
He told me that afterwards, and that freaked me out because I didn't realize we were that close to actually going sideways.
But I just kept talking to her just calmly and said, you're fine. Everything's going to be okay. Just don't let off. Just don't let off, because if you let off, we're going to get stuck. Don't let off. And we just drove right out of the ditch.
And I followed your instructions.
Back onto the road.
Yes, I followed your instructions. It was good.
Advantage.
That was scary.
Car guy.
Yes. Car guy 1. Non-car guys 0. So
I've seen a few ditches in my day.
Yes.
Just saying.
So with your car going into a ditch, would you get out of the car and just walk away from it forever and never try and get it out of the ditch?
Depends on what car it is. Yeah.
a car that you've worked really hard on.
No.
A car that you love dearly. A
Yeah,
car
yeah.
that is beautiful and that you've taken a lot of good care of.
Yeah, you can't.
No, you wouldn't get out of the car and just walk away from it forever. You would call Uncle Jason, or you would call a buddy of yours, and you would have them help you out of the ditch. Yes. You would have someone help you get out of the ditch. It's the same thing with your marriage. This is something that you planned for however long before you got married. This is something that you have taken care of, and you've helped it to grow and become better and better. If it goes into a ditch, if it gets into a rut, do you just walk away? I hope not.
No.
I hope not. You talk to each other and you push it out of the ditch.
You counter steer. Don't hit the brake.
I'm not going to hit the brake anymore.
No. She learned her lesson on that.
I learned. I probably will hit the brake again, though. I probably will.
Hopefully not. But
I probably will, because I'll forget. It's probably going to go in the ditch again. But hopefully it won't be upside down.
Dangerous.
Non-car guys actually have money.
That's true.
So they could call somebody in.
That is true.
Yes.
To be fair, yes.
If I was an EV, I'm chucking a match at it and roasting marshmallows.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh, it would just light up anyway.
Right? It would just start on fire.
You wouldn't need a match. It would just burst into flames anyway. So you wouldn't need a match. Eventually it'll blow up. Anyways, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, going into ruts. So if your sex life is in a rut, have your partner push it out. That's like push your marriage, push the sex life out of the rut. Maybe you need to follow some of the tips that we've got for you. We've got some good tips. So hopefully.
Just a tip.
Just see how it feels. Sorry.
It had to be done.
I'm sorry. Lord, forgive me. I'm sorry. Had to be done. It had to be said. Lithium ion fire. That's a 3-night date.
Yep. With lots of explosions.
Pack a tent.
Yep.
Hey, pack a tent, pitch a tent, whatever you need to do. We got some good tips.
Hey.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes. So, like we said, your sex life has its ups and downs. You know, that newlywed stage, some people never experience a newlywed stage, and that's sad.
Yeah.
We feel like we're still in a newlywed stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's had its ups and downs.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he was in New Mexico working for 2 years, yeah, it was every 2 weeks. It was bad. There were days where it's like, all right, I'm calling him up. I got to get some. I'm calling you up on the phone. I'm driving 8 hours to get me some sausage, and that's it. I don't care.
Yep.
I'm driving, and you better be ready. Jump the ditch in your relationship.
Just don't jump the shark.
Don't jump the shark.
No need.
So just trying to reignite those passions. I know when my mom was sick and right after she passed away, it was really hard to think about anything other than that was going on, you know, and that was a difficult time, you know, aging parents dying, you know, you've got other things that you're thinking about at that time. And so it's
especially when your mom is your best friend.
Yeah.
That was hard.
So, you know, in situations like that, you're pretty much just kind of, when it happens, you know, because you're not really focusing on that part. You're focusing on, you know, I don't know. You're focusing on your mom being sick. You're focusing on trying to keep her positive. You're trying to
keep it together.
Yeah. You know, quite frankly, you're trying to just keep your brain in your head. So,
I mean, yeah.
So sometimes it's
brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Sometimes you just have to put that part away for a little bit and then bring it back out later.
Yeah.
Which is what we did, and it worked out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So, reignite that passion, though. get those sparks going again. Sometimes one of the tips to increasing sex in your marriage is remember what initially sparked that desire for your spouse.
Yes.
Remember what initially sparked it. If you can keep that in mind all the time of, this is what I found really sexy about this person, it's going to continue going through your mind that's what I find really sexy. Now I find other things that are sexy about him, but
so fake it till you make it.
No.
Stop it. Totally kidding.
Anyways, one thing that you're going to leave the room. You're going to go stand in the corner.
I'm sorry.
So one of the things that we like to do is help each other throughout the day. If you've got somebody who is like, let's say that, you're a mom and you're running with the kids all day. You're trying to run home and, you've got work during the day. You're running with the kids during the day. You're trying to get home and cook dinner and then clean up after dinner and then help the kids with homework and give them a bath and put them to bed. And You're tired. You're exhausted. The last thing on your mind is helping your husband pitch a tent. That's the last thing that is on your mind at the end of a really long day. Same thing, if you're working all day and you're a man and you're working all day and you are trying to come home and you've got to go through rush hour traffic and, you've got a lot of stresses and, a lot of mental stress or whatever the case might be. Maybe you're helping your kids to, helping coach your kids' little league team or something, you've got a lot of stresses and a lot of things going on too. And the last thing you want to do is try and find the man on the boat. I mean, sometimes you're just too tired, and that's understandable. So if you can help each other throughout the day, that's a bonus.
Yes.
Because I can tell you guys, there's nothing sexier than a husband who takes time to help the kids with their homework and helps put the kids to bed at night. There's nothing sexier than that. Or a guy who's helping to do housework. And I think you would say there's nothing sexier than a woman doing what? Working on your car with you?
Doing anything, really. Women are sexy in general.
Thank you.
You're 1,000 times sexier than most, but yeah, that's just my opinion.
You're very sweet. You're very sweet. The man on the boat, kind of like Find the Teacup.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. We're gonna do, but there's gonna be a short at some point about that. Just saying, keep your eyes out. So, helping each other throughout the day, and and see if that makes a difference with your spouse not being quite so tired. The other thing is make your spouse feel wanted. That's something that Dan and I talked about kind of early on, is that we both wanted to feel like we were being chased a little bit. When you're out dating, that's all you're doing is chasing
or being
and
chased.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly. Chasing or being chased. So that's something that, we said, we don't want to lose that feeling of being chased. So I want to feel that,
Out of mommy.
Out of mommy. So chase each other a little, whatever makes you guys feel like you're being wanted, do that for each other. If it's texting throughout the day, if you're able to do that, or just even calling on your lunch break to say, hey, I just wanted to say I love you. The other day, Dan brought me, he had gone down the end of the driveway and he brought the garbage can back up and brought the mail, and he brought me a little wildflower that was out by the
It's one of
mailbox.
those that it's purple and you can take the little things out and then suck on them and they're sweet.
Is that the honeysuckle thing?
Honeysuckle, or I don't remember what it's called, but they grow wild along the road out here, and they're gorgeous. They're beautiful.
They're so
flowers.
pretty. And so he brought me a flower. So I thought that was really cute. It was very sweet. So just making each other feel wanted, telling Purple clovers.
Yes, purple clover. That's what it
Okay,
is.
Steph, can you eat those? Because he was trying to get me to eat it, and I didn't want to.
Yes.
So can you eat
It's
those?
awful.
I don't know. I didn't want to get poisoned. So
All I know is when you pull the little petals out and you suck on them, it's sweet. Just saying.
anyway, there's so many things running through my head right now. I can't
You
even
know I'm
say
messing
what
with you.
I can't even say what I'm trying. Yes, the white part. Okay. Tastes super sweet. Okay.
Been doing it since I was a kid. I mean.
There's quite a lot of things that Dan tries to get me to suck on or eat or whatever, and he tells me it's going to taste really good, but yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
the bottom of the purple
Yeah.
is white. Yes. Great advice. Suck the flower. So you suck the white part.
How do you hold? Never mind.
I'm getting off topic. Anyways, another thing about being chased, something that like we used to gross our kids out a lot because Dan and I would kiss and hug a lot. We'd be in the kitchen cooking dinner together and just I'd grab his ass, or he'd reach around and honk the horns.
Yeah.
So
give her a little
perfectly fine.
back relief. We'll just say that.
Yes. Unless it's pimping. Yeah.
Fake ass pimping. Oh, sorry.
Yes. So just trying to change things up a little bit, or
Yes.
just making each other feel wanted, making each other feel desired. That's always something that's fun.
More foreplay.
We got ood earlier today in the kitchen. Awesome.
Oh,
Congratulations.
nice.
You are on the right track. If your kids say,
Yes.
ew, or if they say this perfect line, can't you guys get a room? That was my favorite. That's something that we try to get them to say every single day. So, yes.
And then, of course, the response is to oh, get a room. This is my room. You're in my house. This is my room.
Ew for the win.
Yes.
Yes.
You're doing it right if you get an ooh from the kids.
The other thing that we always told the kids was they were older, the kids were older. And one of the things that really kind of grossed them out was I told them, if you think we haven't christened every single room in this house when we moved in, you're lying. Because we have. But anyways, so kissing each other, hugging each other, getting the ooze from the kids. That's good.
Yes.
Try changing things up a little bit. So maybe a different day or a different time or a different position, or, maybe you change who initiates sex, because guys don't always want to initiate. Sometimes they want the women to initiate. So I tell the dogs, hey, tell daddy mama wants to have sex tonight. That's a good thing. What is this? When people say my kids are cute, I remind them I didn't make them with my face. They look just like you. Really?
I don't see the resemblance.
That's awesome.
He looks kind of like my dad.
Yes. We always just told the kids, hey, you wouldn't be here if somebody in your life didn't do this.
That's right.
He does that too. I bet he does. Yes. That's awesome. So that's something that we try to change things up a little bit, different, whatever.
Yeah.
See if you can change things up just a little bit, and see if that helps with getting out of the rut.
Right.
Another thing that you can think about is more or any foreplay, maybe different foreplay. I know I'm saying
Little man
foreplay.
in the boat.
Yes, the little man in the boat. The priest gave me a weird look. Oh my God. That's awesome. Before you were mommy's little angel, you were daddy's little squirt.
There it is.
That's exactly right. That should be a t-shirt. I think it is.
I think it probably is, yeah.
Yes. So some people do not feel that foreplay is important. It is. I think every woman in the entire world will tell you foreplay is very important. Luckily, some people definitely understand that. Some people don't.
I'm not no thing or two.
Yeah. If you want tips, text Dan personally. Anyways, so some people don't understand that you don't just get into a cold car, turn the key, and drive off at 100 miles an hour. You don't do that. Sometimes you need to warm up the car a little bit. So please do that. It's very, very good.
Yes.
Very good. I have
You gotta
to
let the
bring this
manifold heat up a little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The intake manifold.
Okay.
Carburetor.
And I'll just say this, I'll just throw this out there. Some women don't orgasm vaginally.
It's true.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, right there.
They don't. Some of them don't.
Oh.
It's just, they don't. Yeah, some women don't. So sometimes you just need to warm up the engine just a
Preheat
little
the
bit.
oven.
Preheat the oven. Yeah, you got to preheat the oven before you stick in the meat.
There you go.
So please make sure you do that. You got to preheat the oven before you stick in the turkey.
There you go.
See, yes. Some guys don't understand that. And the thing is, I think more women would want more sex if there was more foreplay involved. So there you go.
Yeah.
Have a little bit more. And there's all kinds I'm not going to get into anything about like specifics of what you can do. There's a lot of books that are written on that particular topic. And there's a lot of
Maybe your next book.
maybe. I'll have to pick a different pen name. I don't know. It'll be Dick Kazinia.
Dick Kazinia. Yeah, there you
That'll be the pen name.
go. That's my alias, by the way. You thought it was Dan IT guy.
It's not. It's not.
Dick Kazinia.
There's also certain websites that you could go to that will demonstrate different types of foreplay.
Now, you can't really recommend.
I'm not recommending anything. I'm just saying that there's some sites that are out there. I'm not recommending anything.
I understand.
I'm
just
just
saying
saying.
a lot of what you see out there is fake.
Okay, but I'm saying some of it's not.
True.
But there's all kinds of different websites
There is.
that are out there. But I'm not going to tell you what they are.
I think everybody already knows.
I'm just not going to tell you what they are.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of books out there actually that will tell you what to do and where to go and all that. So just leave it at that.
Like ESO.
I don't know what that is.
ESO is extended sexual orgasm.
I've heard about it, but I haven't read it.
Yeah, you need to read that one.
Anyways,
That would, believe me, it'll explain a lot.
the other thing that you can do together is you can take a field trip. You can take a field trip to one of your local adult stores and just go
Pick something out or whatever.
Go see what tickles your fancy.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
Nothing wrong with some toys. Just saying.
What is he saying? By the way, this is the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on, my friend. I don't know, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was. And they'll continue singing it forever just because. Told you I'd get you back. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Does it come with a decoder ring? Maybe. Yes. I won't tell you what the message is on the decoder ring, but you have to figure that one out on your own.
It says, drink more yoo-hoo. No.
Yeah. Oh, and 91. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got you back. Maybe a mood clicker. Yes, I think it does come with a mood clicker. Yes. And click it a lot. That'd be good. The most important tip, just the tip, the most important tip is communication.
Yes.
Talk about all aspects of your sexual relationship. Maybe not all in one sitting.
No.
But talk about the frequency that you're having sex. Is it good for both of you? Does one of you want more or less or whatever, you know? I almost spat out my Pepsi. You're welcome. You just made him spit out his coffee. Conjunction, junction.
Yes.
What's your function? Now I've got that. Thanks, sir.
What's your function?
You sing that one more time tonight. Skillet.
Oh, it gets way worse. You know this.
Yes, I do. Well, I don't remember the song you were singing the one night.
Baby. Oh.
Shark?
Oh.
So talk about the frequency that you're having sex. Talk about if one of you wants more or less. Talk about your desires. Talk about your fantasies. Talk about what you like and what you dislike. Talk about your feelings. I know. Talk about feelings, you know. But I would suggest, this is just a suggestion, but I would suggest that if you're going to talk about something that you like or dislike, always start out your sentences with, I really like it when you do this. It feels really good when you do this. I would prefer this. Instead of being negative.
When you do this, it sucks.
I hate it when you do
Feels
this.
terrible.
I don't like it.
Don't do that.
So instead of being on the negative side, bring up the positives that you like. Bring up the things that you want the person to do more. Because
I really like it when you flutter. I really like it when
flutter.
You know.
What's fluttering?
No.
Stop it. All right, he's gonna leave the room.
Tell me you don't like the flutter.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so don't make it a job. I mean, there are some jobs that are involved, but don't make it a job. Have fun. Have fun. That's the whole point. Anyway, Steph can only have a door open.
Wish she'd let me in.
Maybe one day, 91, you'll get there, you know?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Maybe
my
she
God.
needs to give you a lesson on whatever she's doing. I'm just saying.
That is something that you can talk to about, like when you're communicating. Find out what works for you. Like, find out what you like. If you know what you like, kind of explore that a little bit without getting too graphic. Explore that, you know, what you like, so that you can tell your partner what you like, because it's very helpful. You know, Dan and I've had lots and lots of conversations about when to do things or how we like it or what we want, you know, and it's that communication is so vital if you have really, really good communication, you're going to have really, really good sex. That's those
go
two.
hand in hand.
Yes, those two are interlocked right there. You have to have the good communication about it so that you can say what you like and what you don't, or, you know, they go hand in hand. Oh my gosh. All right, let me move this up here. So, does anybody else have anything they want to talk about? Like, do you have any questions? Do you have any other comments? I know 91 probably has more comments. But we've done a lot of these things ourselves. You know, we've talked a lot about sex. We've talked a lot about what we want.
I mean, we're basically just talking about what's worked for us.
Yes.
You know, and what works for us might not work for somebody else. Maybe they need something different. That's up to them to figure out.
Yep. Reading books might help. I don't know.
You just, you know, whatever.
Watching those, like looking at some of those websites might help. I don't know.
You never know.
Well, I'm going to give you your homework for this week. So there's some different parts to the homework. So the first part is have a conversation about your current sex life. So when it's over, is it appropriate to ask her to get the champ a Gatorade?
Yes. Only if you're the champ.
as long as the champ is going to get her one later.
That's right.
As long as the champ made it worth her while.
While you're in there getting yourself one, you might as well get her one.
Asking her for a Gatorade is fine. Don't ask her to get you a sandwich. That's not appropriate.
Well, see, you're misjudging who the champ is. The champ is you.
True.
Just saying.
True. Yeah, you can get me a Gatorade anytime. So this week, I'll be honest, when it's over, I snooze.
I used to sleep, yeah.
So do I. It's fine. Yes, I do too. So this week, have a conversation with your spouse about the current state of affairs with your relationship, with your sex life. So talk about how satisfied you are with the frequency, who initiates, the foreplay, the positions, all of those things that we were talking about. And like I said, begin those statements with, I really like it when you do this. It feels good when you do this. All those things. State of the Bedroom Union 2023.
There it is.
Yes. Yes. Talk about what changes you'd like to have. You know, and this is a conversation that is outside of the bedroom. So because, you know, sex it's a real
it's not a spectator sport.
That's not what I'm trying to say.
I know.
It's a delicate topic. So you don't want to hurt anybody's manhood or womanhood, you know, by talking about certain things. So you want to be delicate about it. You want to be kind about it. So,
for example, you know, you get done, you come downstairs, and you don't sit down and go, "Nice job, Floppy."
No.
It just ruins it for the next time.
Nice job, Floppy.
Really knocked that one out of the park, Floppy.
Oh my God. I can't even talk. Oh my God.
It can be a spectator
It
sport.
could be.
That is true.
Could be. That's your new nickname.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know floppy means limp penis, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, just
yes.
check.
I thought it was a dog. It's not a dog?
No.
Thanks for the
Nicely done, soft serve.
Oh my God. things I would have said to people in my past. I would never say those things to Dan. I'm not going to get into specifics, but there are some, I can think of a few.
I've heard the stories.
Yes, you have. Yes, the stories, right, honey?
Yep.
Yeah. We won't get into that. Anyways, be kind.
Be kind.
So be kind to one another when you're talking about this delicate subject.
No shrimp dick. Oh, did I say that loud? I'm sorry.
We love you too, anyway. Oh my God. All right. So, second part of the homework. So the first part is have a conversation. Second part, if you're comfortable, take a little field trip to an adult store and look around, see if you like anything, or look up alternate positions or etc. that you might want to try.
You can also go online, and there's like Fredericks of Hollywood and Hustler and a couple of those that have
Adam and Eve.
that have online stores that you can
I've
do.
never looked on there though.
Because a lot of people don't want to walk into a place that has a bunch of stuff hanging off the wall, if you know what I mean. Just saying.
What kind of stuff is there?
It doesn't bother me at all. You know.
I used to be really, really embarrassed to go into places like that.
You know, wobbly danglers.
A lot of fish hooks.
Not fish hooks.
A lot of fish bait in there.
No, not fish hooks.
Fish bait. No, fish hooks.
Fish hooks, yes.
Dingly danglers.
Dingly danglers, yes.
Yes. There's a lot of them in there. I'll walk in a dirty store and not even flinch.
Yeah.
I used to be embarrassed about it, but now it's like everybody else is in here for the same reason I am.
Right.
So the Richard store.
Yes.
As I turn bright red.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Well, I'm walking in there with this person who's saying, "Hey, honey, is this what you're looking for?" And holding up the biggest thing.
Like, is this what
Yeah.
you're looking for? Here, let me back that up a little bit so you can see
and
it.
saying it super loud.
Honey, what about this one? Look at it. It's really floppy.
Yeah. I'm walking in there with this guy, so I learned to overcome the
worst-
embarrassment really quick.
The worst is when you get this one. Oh! Oh, I didn't mean to actually hit you. I'm sorry.
He actually hit me with the fly swatter,
Didn't mean to do that.
everybody.
Sorry.
He actually hit me with it. You can get a Red Richard baby. It matches your face. Yes. Anyways, be adventurous. Be a little adventurous. Go see, if you find anything you like. If you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, you don't have to do that. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, third thing that I want you to do. So, first thing is have a conversation. Second thing, take a field trip. Third thing is spend some time alone this week thinking about those early days of your courtship, your marriage, and those sparks that led to, that sexual relationship that you had.
Mm.
And think about like what turned you on about your spouse. Like what got that engine going? What was it that you found really sexy about your spouse? And really start thinking about that. Let those thoughts marinate in there,
TT for daddy.
What
What?
did you say?
Nothing.
She's ruby red right now. I bet. Steph, I bet you get ruby red all the time, though. I'm thinking it's not just those times. Our earlier years involved driving for hours, smoking cigarettes, and drinking coffee.
Well, there you go.
Yes. Yes. We still do that.
Yeah.
Still do that. Yeah.
Hopefully someday we'll be quitting sometime soon. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't
If we're
like
lucky.
I don't like the taste of coffee anymore.
Not the coffee.
OMG, you have no idea how often. Yes. No, we understand. We're the same way.
Yes.
Those are the best dates.
Yes.
Just driving around, talking, laughing, singing music, singing to the radio and everything.
One of my favorite things to do is around Halloween time, find a really effed up mask and have my wife drive me around. And as when we pull up to them, I do this number, I'm looking ahead, and then all of a sudden I go, and it's just like horrifying face. People are like, oh my God.
It's the best thing ever.
That is something we are going to have to do some shorts or do something like that.
Oh, we're doing it.
Yeah.
That will be done for sure.
That'll be fun.
Yes.
That's too much fun.
And just seeing the people in the next car over their face. Oh my God. So anyways, number fourth part of this is put it all together. So you're going to start out, you're going to talk about it. Is it a Brandon mask? That's really scary. That is scary. Yes.
Sorry.
That is very scary. That might have to be the one this year. That would be hilarious. Well, he'd be in a car though. He wouldn't be falling down. So I don't know if it would be as funny or scary.
I couldn't even wear it. I don't know. I'd have to think about
it. Get some kind of rash on your face.
Yeah.
So while you're talking about, while you're having your conversation about sex, I want you to plan out a night when you're actually going to do it. So on that day, begin by saying, I love you. Start, text each other throughout the day, whatever you want to do. Make each other feel wanted throughout the day. All the sniff. So you're texting, you're saying, I love you. You're, some of these things that we've already talked about in other shows, in other podcasts. Yeah. So saying the I love yous, texting, making the person feel wanted. And then where is it? Put the kids to bed early. Put them to bed. They can go to bed half an hour early, whatever. Put them to bed early, help each other throughout the day, and put those kids to bed a little early. And maybe reenact your first kiss or dance to a favorite song, or just go on into the bedroom and, maybe play Let's Get It On. It's a great song to start. Great song to start. And spend time really looking at your spouse. Certain areas aren't off limits. So spend some time looking. Sure. Notice the curves in the face. Notice the hazel in his eyes. Notice the different colors in the flecks, whatever. Try some of these suggestions that we've talked about, with like making each other feel wanted. Send the kids to their rooms on some trumped up charts.
Big fan.
Yes, we did that several times.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were arguing too much. Go to bed early. You didn't get your homework done. Go to bed. Whatever.
You can find one. You can find something for each one of them because there's something they're doing that's wrong.
So when you have your conversation about different suggestions that you want to make about, maybe foreplay or positions or whatever, try some of those suggestions when you're doing stuff. Make love to each other. Yes. Have fun with it. And I'm going to say make love because we all know there's a difference between making love and banging. There's certain times when you just want to bang and it's like, okay, that's really good. Of the time,
yeah.
And then
1% of the time?
1%, let's make love tonight. That would be nice. That'd be something different.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It'd be nice. Have fun with it.
Yes.
Have fun. Get that fire burning with each other. Do you like making love? Yes. Feel like making love. Dance to that song. That'll get you going. I can tell you that.
Making love to you.
And please make it last for more than one song.
Yeah, that'd be good.
2 songs. Make it last for 2 songs. That would be good. Play that song in the background, have it on repeat, and then do it for 2 songs. That would be good. That's a long song.
Baby, when I think about you,
We'll sing it later, honey.
think about love.
So when you get done, tell each other how much you love each other. Tell each other what you liked about what was just done, and compliment your spouse's techniques. That's always a nice thing to do. And then make plans to do it again. So keep that fire going. What'd he say? Do it to the chicken dance music.
Whatever works.
That could be the new position you take this week. I don't know.
Never know.
Hey, it's y'all's bedroom. I don't care what you do.
Or the polka. There you go. Now you're talking. Got a much better bass line than polka.
Yes. So happy humping. And
Happy hump day.
happy hump day. So I hope you guys like your homework for this week. And next week, I don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll figure it out. And this was a lot of fun. We can't wait to talk to you guys again next week. Thank you so much. And we will see you next time.
See you guys.